Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Higher Grounds Podcast's Morning Minute Meditation. Thank you for joining me on this morning. My attention is drawn to Psalms chapter number 102. The heading says that this is a psalm of a psalmist who is unnamed, who is overwhelmed, and his spirit is definitely burdened within him. He starts off the psalm by saying this. He says, "Hear my prayer, O Lord, and let my cry come unto thee." Then he says, "Hide not thy face from me." He describes his condition in the verses following by saying, he said, my skin is cleaving to my bones. In other words, I'm losing weight. He said, I feel like a pelican and an owl that's in the wilderness and in the desert. In other words, he said, I'm extremely lonely, and his health was failing him because of the situation he was in. Now, the psalmist does not give us specifics about the situation he's dealing with, but he lets us know that he's extremely overwhelmed. Overwhelming problems deal with desperation, despair, depression, difficulty that has brought all of this on. Sometimes is bigger than we are. The psalmist in verse 17 finally makes this statement. He can't feel God. He can't sense God. He can't find God. But he says this in verse 17. He said, "But you will regard the prayer of thy servant." In other words, he said, I don't feel anything. I don't sense anything. But I'm not stopping doing what I know is right. I'm going to continue to do what I know is right. And I know that eventually you're going to come through. Obviously, the Lord came through for him because the Lord allowed the psalm to be penned in the Holy Writ of Scripture. The point is very much this. You're going to face difficulties, but hold on. You may be overwhelmed, but you will not be overcome. From the Higher Grounds Podcast, you keep pressing on the upward way and have a good day.